Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the dilution of concentrated acid. So dilution of concentrated acid, it can also be called as it is an exothermic reaction. Now how to mix acid with water? How acid can be diluted? There are two processes. One, you can add acid to water or water to acid. Now, which one is the correct process? We are going to discuss that in this topic. Mixing of an acid with water is called as dilution. First, we'll go with the definition. What is dilution? Mixing of an acid with water is called as dilution. It is observed that when concentrated acid is diluted with water, heat is produced. See, when acid is diluted with the water, it is an exothermic reaction, so heat is produced. Thus, dilution of an acid in water is an exothermic reaction. The process of dissolving an acid or a base in a water is a highly exothermic reaction. So, care must be taken while mixing concentrated acid with water. The acid must always be added slowly to water with constant stirring. See, again I am repeating this sentence. Acid must always be added slowly to water. We have to take water in a beaker like this. We have to take water in a beaker. Water has to be taken in a beaker, and this beaker has to be placed in a water bath. Okay, this is also water. This is water. This beaker is placed in the water bath. Water bath means a bowl containing of the water. Now, acid should be added drop wise. Should be added drop wise with constant stirring with the glass rod. With the constant stirring. Once again, I am going to repeat this. Take a beaker containing the water. This beaker should be placed in the water bath which contains the water. Now, acid should be added to the beaker with constant stirring. Okay. If water is added to the concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out. Suppose if we add water to acid, suppose if I take a beaker which contain acid and water is added to it, then what will happen? Heat generated in this, the heat will generate more, and this mixture splashes out, comes out, and causes the burn. If anyone is standing here, it will cause the burn to him. And the glass container in which you have taken the acid may also break due to the excessive heating. So, this is a wrong method and this is a right method. So, always add acid to water drop wise with the constant stirring so that the heat which is generated can come down by keeping it in the water bath. Why we are keeping the water bath? Because when the heat is generated, this beaker becomes so hot, this water will maintain a normal temperature. So what is dilution? Dilution, mixing of an acid or a base with water, results in decrease in the concentration ion, which helps in the decrease of the concentration ion, that is hydronium ion or hydroxide ion per unit volume. Such process is called as dilution. Today only we are going to discuss this topic along with the in-text questions of page 25. We'll go with the first in-text question. Why do HCl, HNO3, etc. shows acidic character in aqueous solution while the solution of compound like alcohol and glucose do not show the acidic character? This we have discussed in the activity in the previous lecture, that HCl and HNO3, when you dissolve in the water, that is in the aqueous solution, they give H plus ion, that means hydronium ion, so they show the acidic character, while alcohol and glucose, when they are dissolved in the water, they do not give H plus ion, so they don't show the acidic character. Okay, this have been written in this answer. Next question. Why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? This also we have discussed in the previous lecture, that why aqueous solution of acid conducts electricity. Because this acids in the presence of water, they gives ions. That is, suppose if we take HCl, when you dissolve in the water, it gives ion H plus and Cl minus ions. So this is responsible for the conduction of electricity. Okay, suppose if we take H2SO4 or HNO3, it will give H plus plus NO3 minus. If it is H2SO4, 2H plus, SO4, 2 minus. So due to the presence of these ions in the solution, it helps in the conduction of electricity. Next question. Why does the dry HCl do not change the color of dry litmus paper? This also we have discussed, that dry HCl gas does not change the dry litmus paper because it doesn't have ions. When the litmus paper is made wet and this litmus paper comes in contact with the gas also, dry HCl gas, this dry HCl gas in presence of water, it will dissociate into the ions. So, because dry HCl gas do not have ions to ionize to produce H plus ions, hence it does not show the acidic properties and therefore it does not change the color of the dry litmus paper. While diluting an acid, why it is recommended that the acid should be added to the water, not water to an acid? Now only we have discussed that whenever you are diluting the acid with the water, it is a highly exothermic reaction. The heat produced is so large that if you are adding water to acid, the heat produced is so large that it may splash out and the beaker may break. So always dilute acid to water, not water to acid. How is the concentration of hydronium ion affected when the solution of an acid is diluted? On dilution of an acid solution, the concentrated H3O plus per unit volume decreases. This also we have discussed, that on mixing the acid or a base with the water, it helps in the decrease of concentration ion. If it is an acid, it helps in the decrease of hydronium ion. If it is a base, it helps in the decrease in the OH minus ion. Okay. Last question. How is the concentration of OH minus ion affected when excess base is dissolved in the solution of hydroxide ion? On dissolving excess base in the solution of NaOH, the OH per unit volume in the solution increases. On dissolving excess base in the solution of NaOH, concentration of OH minus ion per unit volume increases. Thank you.